Welcome to World of Dreams workshop for space industry and analog astronauts. Today, I have a special guest host, Olga, with Expansion Scapes. I have met Olga a few years ago. She is a shamanic healing practitioner, an artist, and an author. And I've been a big fan of her work for a while and a good friend of mine. So I'm very honored to have you here today. Olga and I used to do a lot of workshops together in the past, kind of working with symbolism and exploring organic wisdom that can come from tapping in through like consciousness techniques. Um, so that was always fun. I had the Jungian perspective and she had the shamanic approach. And that was always a beautiful mix with interesting results from the people who would attend. So I'm a little excited to introduce you guys to this experience today. And with that said, Olga, you can take the mic.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming. And I am going to jump in straight with a poem that came through specifically for this workshop as I was preparing for it. Um, yeah, I find that a poem is a nice icebreaker, and it's also like a really short way to summarize what's going to be the topic of this group sitting or session, whatever you want to call it. Okay. You are the apple of my eye, the sudden shift of who I am inside. The swift and gentle shifts I follow. Who am I now is not tomorrow. I shift, I slide and get in touch with whispers old and new, and such is the vibration of my soul, the story that has yet been told. I travel my own tunnels of desire. I breathe and follow through on what has recently been true. But overall, I shift and slide. I am not all. I am divine. And I decide the whispers in my ear, and such is the divine in me, keeping in touch with my own soul and story told in whispers, shifts, and twisters inside the apple of my mind. I hide inside and realize the grand design of my divinity forevermore inside the eye. So as I was, when I prepare for any kind of session with one person or with many, I do the same thing. I call on the soul, or you can think of it as the consciousness of the person or the group of people who I'm going to be with. And I ask them, hey, what's up? And I ask them, what would they like? Actually, like, it's not just you guys, right? I think, in other words, I can say it's the collective subconscious of the group of us, into which I am also included. And I talk to us, our souls, and our guides. And I asked what topic is something that we all would benefit from at this time. And when I talk to you guys, or rather to your souls and your subconsciousness, I got this topic. Um, okay, I wrote it down somewhere else. I only can concentrate if I kind of close my eyes because I can't multitask. Apparently, I can't like talk and look at things. So, yeah, the inner compass, navigating the tree of your desires. And to explain this, I've seen images of some kind of volatile times, like the sea going volatile, and the need to be able to stay afloat and stay to the, keep to the course of what you want, even though the times are really volatile. Um, yeah, and I have seen this. And for everybody it has been different, but I'm not going to go into the details of what I've seen for like kind of details of some of the people here or some of the people who will be watching this later. But I have seen kind of something like this, and I do a lot of drawings for my explanations because it's just faster. Okay, so this is kind of like an inner compass, okay? And it's a sphere with a dot inside, and there are like directions, like somewhere is north, somewhere south, I mean north, south, east, west, but it's not flat, it's a sphere, and the inside, if you can see it, is a glowing kind of orange thing, and that is us. And at least from my studies of us as humans, as souls, I have learned that we have our inner compasses inside of us. So we have our inner directions as well. Like we can talk to the four directions inside of us, just as we can talk to the four directions outside of us. We have our own four directions: north, east, south, and west. And there's the center, which is us. And we can look at it as a simple thing, like here I am inside in the center. Who am I? The question is, who am I? Where do I want to go? What do I want to do? And then I look within and I see this, I make a decision. Okay, I want to go there. So I'm going to draw this green arrow. It's a simple kind of decision of this is who I am. This is what I want. This is my inner compass, my inner sense of direction, my inner sense of guidance. And here's where I'm going to go. And in order to stay on my course, I can be checking in with my center, and I can be checking in with my inner system of directions, and I can keep going the right way for me if this is my choice. And then I'm sitting there, feeling into the system. And then I see that it's not so simple. So I drew this thing that I saw, that we all know that we're not simple beings like that. We're quite complex. And this is a tree. I'm gonna adjust my lighting. Yeah, okay. So yeah, we're pretty complex dudes and dudettes and everyone. So this is a tree inside a kind of compass. And I was shown specifically for us here today, something that would be good to be reminded of and look into is this tree of our desires, basically. Okay. The tree of our desires. And it's inside like an inner compass. And let this metaphor just be a metaphor. It doesn't have to override any other kind of beliefs or understandings of self and the world. Let us just play and enjoy a certain metaphor for today, for fun. So I was seeing this tree, and I was shown that we don't go into one direction because we're complex. We are like a tree, that we go in many directions at the same time, just like a tree grows in many directions. And you can think of it as one branch being our career, and one branch being our family life, and one branch being our health, one branch being our travels, one branch being our spirituality, or something like that. And I think anyone who has ever tried to control their life and put something like put some part of your life on hold in order to go on with the other, like okay, I'll first deal with my career and then I'll have a family. And then after that, I'll like figure out my health. And after that, I'll do this and that. But we all know that it doesn't kind of happen like that. We all know that everything happens at the same time, whether you planned for it or you didn't plan for it, or whether you're consciously making these decisions or you're not. You're still kind of going, your tree keeps growing anyway. So it's like when we make decisions subconsciously, or how do you say it, by silence, by agreement, when you don't pay attention to something. So I was seeing for us, or for anyone basically making decisions, a metaphor like this. Let's say I am on the branch right here, and the tree that already exists are cells that are physical, because after I have made a decision where I want to go and what I want to do. Another way to look at these branches is actually what if scenarios. What if I marry this person? Or what if I take this job? Or what if I get an education in this field? Or what if I travel to this country? What if? And then the tree branch that actually materializes is the actual story that is written by you. And it's a kind of past. So the tree that already exists, the cells of the tree that already exist, you can say that it's kind of your past, and it's kind of your ancestors of your journey, of something that already happened. And I was seeing every branch was kind of glowing with golden light, just like there was a golden light glowing in the middle. Every edge of the branch was glowing with golden light, because that's where our current life is in the now. Because that's when we're making our decisions. How am I going to go further from here? Which way I'm going to grow my branch? So the golden place at the very edge of each branch is kind of where life happens, where we are right now making decisions. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like that. And then the white spaces around, the potentialities, the white space into which we're kind of eating into, the possibilities, the potentialities. They're the future that doesn't yet exist, but you can also say that they're our potential children. So here we are in those golden spots of the edges of our branches. In front of us are potential children of our decisions. And where the tree already exists, that's our past and the ancestors of ourselves. And here we are at the decision point, being alive. And I was shown how, in order to make a decision, sometimes we don't even do anything. We just go like sleepwalking through life and not really making decisions. But I was shown how we can go into the center and check in with ourselves of who we are, and check in with what we want. Then checking in with the information, what already happened, like with our ancestors, what already happened, who we are, what we want. From that place, we make a new decision. But the interesting that happens is every time we go back inside, we can notice that I am different. I am not the same one who was a second ago, or 10 minutes ago, or 10 years ago. And the longer we don't really visit this center point of us and check in with ourselves, who am I? What do I want? The bigger of a surprise we can get of, oh, whoa, I'm actually different from what I remember myself to be. And I don't actually want the same things that I wanted 10 years ago, but yet I'm still doing this thing. And we can find ourselves in the situations where if you ever tried to do something in your home, like I don't know, go work on your computer. Like I go to work on my book. On the way to get to your computer, you can find some dirty laundry on the floor. You may pick it up and put it in the laundry basket. When you put in the laundry basket, you see some puke of your cats. You go downstairs to get some paper towels to clean the puke of the cats. Then you realize that something else is happening. Then somebody gives you a call. Then the neighbor calls. Then this and that. And you may end up finding yourself in your bedroom holding a can of tuna and a pack of batteries, and you're really lost. And you're like, where did it all go wrong? And what was I doing? And who am I? What is happening right now? And how do I get things under control? So this meditation here today is going to help you get in touch with yourself and with the souls of your four directions. And we're going to be asking them for wisdom on helping you get back to yourself and feeling into who am I and where do I want to go, and listening and receiving wisdom from your own self, because you're a pretty complex being. You have that kind of stuff going on inside of you. And there are some resistances to checking in with yourself and seeing who am I, because we may be a little bit afraid of, oh no, what if I find out that this path, this direction is not really right for me anymore? Or what if I need to like adjust? Or what if I'll don't want to see that something has been a waste in my life? But as with the tree, nothing could ever be a waste, because all of the decisions that you've made previously have become the tree that you are and have become the you that you are, so that you can release the fear of, oh no, I've wasted, I don't know, some part of my life or something. Oh no, I've been spending a lot of energy going this way when I should have been going that way, because it doesn't kind of really work like that, because we're always living in the now. Anywho, yeah, so we're going to I have this guided meditation written especially for you guys. And just checking in if I should mention something or not. Do you guys have any questions or concerns or something? I don't know, anything, any comments or anything at all before we go with the meditation? I'm not like looking at the chat box, so if there aren't any, or
let me look. I was just
I
about to
forgot the word in English. What's the opposite of questions? Like yeah. Anyway, English is not my first
I
language,
just
so
want to say anything. Yeah.
if you have something against it, what do you call that word? Okay.
Let me think.
If you have something against it, speak now.
I was gonna say I like with shamanism, I love how it's like as a base root, they get a lot of their wisdom, obviously, from observing the world around them, right? Which we've been doing forever. And there's a lot of like symbolism that comes into play and being able to relate to like this wisdom of something within yourself, but kind of also how you and I were doing our workshops where we'd pick a symbol and have everyone like kind of meditate and tap into that, and have something very similar experiences. So I don't know, I see it as like how consciousness can also like work and tap into this, especially when you don't have libraries and books or maybe AI around you. Uh, you learn a lot just from natural observation. And I think shamanic practice is like really perfect in that. And I'll leave it at that because I was thinking that while you were speaking and I was like, oh, I should have maybe said that in the beginning, but I love this.
That's cool. Yeah, actually, as you mentioned this, I remember that if you guys are thinking that, oh no, I don't see things, I don't visualize things, or I don't have some kind of non-physical intuitive psychic communication abilities, you don't need any of that. For me, things come in very visual form along with emotions and like knowledge and cause and effect stuff. So for me, it comes mostly as visual thing, but also a lot because I practiced it a lot. So it doesn't have to come like that. And if nothing specifically is coming through in this meditation, you can just allow yourself to rest and make an intention that, like, rest assured and make an intention to receive the wisdom from within yourself in the upcoming days. So what I noticed is, like, if you have done something like that, you've sent an inquiry into yourself, into your own soul, or whatever you're communicating with. Um, you can often receive the answers, if not immediately right now, then you can receive it doing some kind of monotonous routine tasks throughout the days that follow, like cooking or walking or driving. Please don't like pay attention to it while driving. Even watching TV, we get into a kind of light trance state in which we can receive a lot of information, like from ourselves, basically. So if you don't get anything right now, just allow yourself to go with the flow and make an intention that, oh, I'll just receive it throughout the following few days or something. And then just keep an eye and ear for it, whatever you guys feel with. And yeah. Oh, yeah. Another thing, another vision that came through is this, before this, is the call to, yeah, connect to your origin point. But as I have seen the origin point as a circle, I was like, oh, okay, cool, I got it. And then I started zooming out. And then I saw that there were many circles. And the many circles was suckers on a octopus leg tentacle. And then the message was kind of like this, like, we are multifaceted. We don't have just one kind of origin point. We are complex, and it's okay to connect to different parts of ourselves, and let that be okay, that we have so many different, like, we are very multifaceted, and we are kind of flowy, like an octopus of who we are. And it's okay to, for whoever needs to hear this right now, it's okay to not be stable and the same person all the time throughout our lives. We can change, and that's natural. Okay, so yeah. So you guys can just relax in wherever you are. Yeah. And you can just feel into your energy and where you are at this time, where all parts of you are. And you can gently and politely invite the whole of you, all of your energy back inside yourself. And you may find that some of you is floating in your office. Some of you is still hanging around in the supermarket somewhere. Some of you is hiding out in a really cool bookshop that you loved at some point that may not even exist anymore. So there are some parts of us that fly around and are not really in our bodies. So what you can do now is just invite yourself to come back to yourself and feel into those parts that hear your call and invite them from wherever they're coming. And a lot of us are floating around above ourselves. So if that's an issue, we can just gently invite and allow yourself to come through your head and your energy, your soul energy, your you energy, parts of you, to come back to yourself, come back home. And if they start resisting, you can tell them that they can go out and play again whenever they want. But for right now, let's all come home for a second. So you can allow your energy to come and flow through your head, down through your face, your neck, your shoulders, your chest. Allow all of you to just descend into yourself and come back into yourself. Something will come floating through your hands and down your body and down your chest area, your stomach even, and we're going even deeper. We're going down towards your pelvis, and we're just going to hang around below our pelvis, almost around the knee area. That may be a new thing to hear, but just play along and sit down very, very deep in yourself. In European shamanism, it's called a spiritual core. For those who are interested, it's like a cone-shaped thing, which is our core. And if we approach life and questions and even communication with others from there, we'll be making decisions that are actually closer to who we are. Anyway, allow yourself to relax really, really deep inside yourself. And some parts may still be coming and joining you. Just go as low as you can. It's okay if not all of you is there, but invite them anyway. Okay, observe how it feels to be this deep in your own self. And remember that you can always come back here to ground and recollect yourself. From this place of silence and home, tune into yourself and let yourself set an intention to receive guidance for yourself and from yourself, from your own inner compass, your own inner sense of direction. For what area of your life, what issue, what question would you like to receive guidance and direction from yourself? Settle down on one topic or question and let that be okay for right now, as you can always do this again and again whenever you want. Place that question into your core, into the center of your inner compass, and rest assured that you will get your answer. Now, switch yourself into your observer mode, your listening and feeling mode. Rest deep in your core and call in your north direction. You can do that by saying, "Beloved soul of my north direction, please come." I'll repeat that. "Beloved soul of my north direction, please come. Please sit with me and share your wisdom on my chosen inquiry." You can mentally show or point to your chosen inquiry in your core, or however you like to show it. Know that the soul of your north direction received your inquiry and rest in observation, receiving your north node's directions, wisdom. Whatever you may not receive right now, set an intention to receive in the following few days to come. And let us now be in silence, observing the north direction. Listening to the soul of your north direction. Thank your soul of your north direction for spending some time with you and for sharing its wisdom. You can do that simply by saying thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And this time, call in the soul of your east direction. Beloved soul of my east direction, please come. Please sit with me and share your wisdom on my chosen inquiry, on my question. With your heart and soul, just show your inquiry to the soul of your east direction. And know that it received it. Sit in observation, listening to this part of you speak to you. Thank the soul of your east direction for spending some time with you and for sharing its wisdom. You can simply do that by saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. I love you. I love you. This time, call in the soul of your south direction. Beloved soul of my south direction, please come. And please come sit with me and please share your wisdom on this question I have. Here's the question. And sit in observation, listening to what this part of you has to say. Allow these souls not to be just simply directions like on a map, but complete consciousnesses who have a past, present, and future. Thank the soul of your self direction for spending some time with you and for sharing its wisdom. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. I love you. I love you. This time, call in the soul of your west direction. Beloved soul of my west direction, please come. And please sit with me and spend some time with me and share your wisdom with me on this question I have. Here's the question. And sit in observation, listening. Thank your soul. Thank the soul of your west direction for coming and spending some time with you and talking to you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Now come back to the center of your core, deep into yourself, and collect the wisdom you have received from your four directions, souls, into the center of yourself. Observe the digestion, the amalgamation, and the integration of the wisdom received. Tune into yourself and note if there are any changes in various parts of you that are relevant to the wisdom you have just received. Allow the relevant parts of you to integrate this wisdom and to use this wisdom to naturally feel into the direction the relevant parts of you desire to pursue, to move into, to explore, to live out, and to express. And to all parts of you and to yourself, express your appreciation, gratitude, and love for having come and spent time, energy, and focus on your own self. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And welcome back into this room, which is not far away because you're pretty much here right now because you came back to yourself and you're grounded. Didn't need to go far to explore yourself. Yeah, so I could observe a little bit about what was going on with Chelsea because I know her, and the other person who was sharing the photo video, I think it was Jason. The other people I didn't check into so much because I can't really connect to a word. So, and of course you can't connect to words.
You can share me as an example if you
Yeah.
want, within some modest detail.
Sorry.
I said with some modest detail.
No, I wanted to ask what observations you felt.
So for mine, I felt just like a lot of fun exploration, but when it came to the inner dialogue part between the different aspects, um, first it just felt like these strings that were kind of like slim, right? And just kind of connecting me to those points. And then each one had like its own certain thing, and it really, by the end of it, I realized it was like my pillars, my life pillars, right? Family, relationships, uh, work, and like purpose. And then I can't remember the other one. Either way, it's all the pillars and how I experienced each one. And then I kind of like went into this center point, and it just felt like they were like all kind of going upward. And like I felt like there was like a mix of like water and flower. Like it was like a flower petal thing that kind of blossomed, but it had like water coming off of it. I don't know. Um, so I always enjoy just like playing around with the imagination part of it and letting it just experience itself. I just felt like it's the balance, and I feel like I've been really striving a lot the last few years to get build pillars and get the balance. So yeah.
So do you feel like you've gotten some sense of answer, wisdom from yourself, a sense of direction?
Yeah, I think it was like reconfirming it really and like kind of just like embodying it and grounding back into that security of it more, um, for myself at least.
Hmm. Yeah, for you, I was seeing that you're like in the center, and then there's a lot of water, the sea, and it was like close to you. It was really volatile, and then it was going relaxing towards the outside, and it felt like it was just big, and it was going in all directions, and was feeling like a lot of like stress is changing to become more peaceful and more, yeah, like you said, balance, like settled, and just knowing, like a knowing that I got this, I know this, I'm navigating this, I'm okay, kind of thing like that. So that's from my side of the boat where I was sitting and peeping on it. Um, so because I observed Jason a bit. What would you share with us, like what you felt, observed? I don't know. Oh yeah, I remember
Um,
the word. If you have any objections.
no, 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 no. It's a pleasure to meet you on the camera. So I was just listening to nature at the same time, and I can hear the wind rustling in the leaves and stuff like that. So it's a perfect time to meditate. But I don't know. I kind of like felt like I was more like towards a river and like I don't know, connected with myself, but at the same time when you were talking about like bringing everything to the core, kind of felt like stressful in a way. So I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at. But it was very peaceful and relaxing.
Yeah, it can be stressful because we often throughout our life try to kind of get out of ourselves. Um, so we like sometimes don't have to deal with like inner relationships with ourselves. Like sometimes
Hmm.
we can be kind of bullying our parts
Hmm.
and judging ourselves and stuff like that. Um, so that's why we love to spend time outside of our bodies. Um, but like for you, I was just observing like you were the like a planet Earth, and there was like energy actually like going into like down to your head, and you're like a big ball of like a planet Earth, and it was like going in and in, and inside it was like a circle, and stuff was being recycled. Um, so not thrown away, but everything was recycled and coming back to itself. Like, uh, yeah, that's actually part of the stress. The stuff that perhaps was considered to be useless or not useful or not whatever, like doesn't belong here. What Nothing was thrown away. It was recycled and like absorbed back into yourself. So kind of like re-accepting parts of yourself as um like belonging and useful, and like I am me. Like I'm not gonna bully myself or anything. I throw parts of myself away. And then I saw like your planet kind of go like with arms like this, and it was just like in all directions, and they were going like this. I kind of like it was spinning with arms out, which to me felt like I have like all these places to go and all this stuff to see. Like I'm so free. And like it was spinning and spinning, and like all the hand like fingers were spread out. It was like I have many options. Like I have so many options. So that's what I was observing. Does that help to connect in any way or make sense of anything?
Pretty much summarizes my life, I guess. Yeah, no. I think Chelsea can concur. It pretty much summarizes me with my ADHD as well.
Oh yeah, like that example of like I'm in the bedroom with like a tuna can and batteries, and like I don't know how I got there. And
Yeah,
I
pretty
don't know
much.
what I'm doing.
Yeah, pretty much. You can be walking to go do something, and then next thing you know, you end up with doing something else, and then you start doing that other thing, and then you're doing something else. Yeah, story of my life.
Yeah. Thanks for doing this with us, Jason, and for
What
sharing.
is it? What is it?
Does anyone else have like share things that they've noticed and can share? In general, like I've seen actually like opposite of what Jason was having like recycling, I was seeing a lot for this group of like actually trash thrown out, as in like stuff that's not me and not mine, like a huge amount of trash like just thrown out. So like as for the collective of this group right now. So, does anyone have any kind of like sharings or noticings or yeah, observations they'd like to share? Okay.
Up road.
Um,
I say if not, that's fine. We're at our hour mark now. Um, I like this a lot. I think doing work like this would really inspire more creativity, more sense of purpose in what you choose to do and your direction in life. But even looking at it and like how it helps in the space industry, it really just kind of being like off the wall if everyone was able to kind of tap into these parts of themselves more. And um, I don't know, and I think it would help the mental well-being a lot too. So I'm glad you came today. And even for those who are not as active in the call, that's fine. I really hope everyone did get something out of it and found a little peace in their day.